show you another way of solving percent problems. This is using equations. So I want you to practice using equations for now, but once you've decided which one you like best, I don't care whether you use proportions or equations, all right? We still need to restate our problem in that form where it's blank is blank percent of what, right? So what is going to be our variable? Is the equal sign. And then of means to multiply. What you have to remember with equations is you have to change your percent to a fraction or a decimal. When you do proportions, as soon as you put it over 100, you've done that already. So that's why you don't have to do it with proportions, all right? But with equations, you got to remember to do that. So in this first example, which is the one that, this type of problem we've done before where we're just finding the percentage. So it says what? That's my variable. Is equals 60%. Remember, we have to change it to a decimal, which means we're moving our decimal point 2 places to the left. Of means multiply, and then we have our 4. So the percentage is 0.6 times 4, which is 2.4. Those kind we've practiced before. The other two types of percent problems we haven't used equations on. So this one is where we're finding the base. We don't know the of number. So 12 is my equal. Again, we're going to change this to a decimal, 2 places to the left. Of means multiply, and then what is n? So now we have 0.6 times n equals 12. So we need to know what this number is. What number times 0.6 will give me 12? In order to find that out, we got to divide 12 by 0.6. We got to get rid of this 0.6 over here to get n by itself, all right? So 12 divided by 0.6 is equal to 20. So take this number here and divide it into the number over here, all right? Next one is where we're finding the percent or the rate. So 14 is my equal. What percent? We don't know the percent this time, so that's going to be our n. Of is multiplication and 56. And again, what we have to do is we have to get rid of this number here. In order to do that, we're going to divide 14 by 56. 14 divided by 56 simplifies down to 1/4. You could always take 14 divided by 56 and multiply it times 100, but we know that we have to change this back. If we want to know what percent, we need to change the fraction to a percent. So that's 25%. Okay, you have 6 problems down at the bottom here that you are going to solve on Edpuzzle. I'm going to share the solutions when you're done with solving them. So make sure when you're doing these that you show your equation and give me your answer, all right? You don't have to show all the work. You have to show me your equation and what your final answer is, all right? So you go ahead and do those. Okay, so what percent of 496 is 124? We don't know the percent, so we're going to put a variable. Of means multiply. 496 is equal 124. We know in order to get this p by itself, we have to divide by this 496, right? So it's going to be p is equal to 124 divided by 496. You can divide 124 by 496, and you'll find that you'll get 0.25, which equals 25%. Or some of you might have noticed that 124 is 1/4 of 496 and just saw that it was 25%. Next one, we're going to change our percent to a decimal. 0.18. Of means to multiply. 90 is our equal sign, and this is one where it's of what? We don't know that, but all we have to do is do 0.18 times 90, which will give me 16.2. The third one, 96%. Again, we have to change our percent to a decimal. Of what? We don't know what that is, so we're going to use a variable, is 24. So again, you can see we have this number over here we got to get rid of, so we're going to divide this number by this number. So W is equal to 24 divided by 0.96. You can use your handy dandy calculator and you'll find that that is equal to 25. Find 56% of 40. Well, find is the same as what is. So we're just going to go, what is? I don't know. N equals 0.56. Again, you see you have to move your decimal point. Some of you guys are going to forget to do that. It's just going to be 0.56 times 40, which equals 22.4. That makes sense because you know that it's got to be a little bit over half of 40, right? And then the next one, 18 is, we don't know the percent, of 48. So again, we are going to divide by this number over here. So 18 divided by 48. I see that that can be simplified. They're both divisible by 6. So that equals 3/8, which I think this is one of the percent you're supposed to know, is 0.375 or 37.5%. Last one, 12.8 is, don't forget, your decimal point only goes 2 places to the left, so that's going to be 1.1 of what? Again, we're going to divide by this number here, so it's going to be 12.8 divided by 1.1. If you do that on the calculator, it is going to be 11.63, which is a repeating decimal. 0.63 repeating is 11 7/11. So either answer would be acceptable, all right?